Hi, my name is Risa Lanier, and I am an attorney. My specific title is First Assistant State's Attorney for the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, which means that after Kim Foxx, who is our elected state's attorney for Cook County, I am the number two person in this organization. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office is the second largest prosecutors organization in the entire country, and I run the operations of the entire office. And I'm here to share with you my experiences on how I got where I am in hopes that other people who grow up or other young people who grow up in the inner city, in the city of Chicago, will look at me and understand that their dreams too are achievable. I grew up here in Chicago on the south side of the city in the Roseland neighborhood. I attended CPS. I went to Percy Julian High School. I went down to college at Illinois State University. And while I was there, it was when I really decided that, yes, I would go on and be a lawyer. When I was growing up in the 70s and the 80s, there was one or two things that you would dream big about in terms of your future. That was whether you wanted to be a lawyer or whether you wanted to be a doctor. I enjoyed public speaking, so I decided, well, I'm going to be a lawyer. And so after I graduated from Illinois State, I went on to law school. I went to law school in New Jersey and I came back here to the city of Chicago. And my dream wasn't to be a prosecutor, it wasn't to be a criminal attorney, but sometimes our dreams don't work out the way that we planned. But I firmly believe that God has me in the right place at the right time. And so I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. My first job coming out of law school was at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. And on this day, February 14th of 2020, of 2022, I celebrate my 22nd year at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. When I started here, I didn't really understand or appreciate the impact that prosecutors have on our entire community, the power that they have. We have the power to bring charges and to disrupt someone's life, to send people to jail for inordinate amounts of time, thereby disrupting their life, their families, and their communities. And that's not a responsibility that should be taken lightly. That's not a responsibility that should be handled by checking boxes on a form, but it's a responsibility that should be taken seriously, thoughtfully, and intentionally. And I learned that when I got to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, that even though I didn't want to first do this work, I wanted to do corporate law. But when I got here and began to understand the impact that I had on the communities that I came from, communities of color, with victims who look just like me and defendants who also look just like me, I realized that I was in a unique position to help my community, not just people who are victims of crime, but defendants of crime. I was in a unique position to really have a lasting impact in my community, to seek justice, not convictions, but to seek justice, which means sometimes, sure, convicting someone of a crime, but oftentimes also means giving second chances so that people have an opportunity to go out and be productive in their society, to get the services and the supports that they need in order to be productive in a society. Because when people are productive in our neighborhoods and in our communities, that reduces violence. When people look at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, I want them to see me. I want them to see a Black woman who came from the city of Chicago in one of their neighborhoods who's working on their behalf and not against them. I want to build lasting change in not just criminal justice, but also in social justice, understanding that they go hand in hand, and also understanding that we must invest back into our communities in order to make them safer. That's why I stay here at this job. And so I say to you, to you young people who look at me, first of all, I want you to see me. See someone who was just like you, who came from the city of Chicago, the inner city, who went to a public school, but who was able to achieve things that I never thought I would ever be able to achieve, and be in places I never thought I'd be able to be in. That's achievable for you and available for you. But also, I want you to understand that we also have a responsibility to one another, a responsibility to our citizens, a responsibility to our communities, to give back to those communities when we get to positions where we're able to do so. And that's the legacy and the word that I want to leave for all of you. Thank you.